How to overcome agoraphobia. First of all, what is agoraphobia? Agoraphobia is the fear of living in environments that for you are considered to be safe. And I want to make clear, I'm going to be talking from my own personal experience. I've been dealing with this for a long time, and I think that the main issue is that most of us don't know what we're dealing with. We know how we feel, we know the issue that we have, we know how is it stopping us from living in the real world and doing our normal life, daily life, things that we did before, such as taking public transport, such as going to the supermarket, shopping center if there's anything you might need. We just know that now we're unable to do those things that we did with pleasure and enjoyment before. So the main issue is that it's very fast. It happens very fast. And it's just like suddenly you realize that you can't do those things. Or you can, but you struggle so much to do them. I started to realize that how I felt wasn't normal around a bit after high school, uni. I realized that I went to the street, to the supermarket, and just as I was walking down the street, I genuinely felt like I could not breathe. I felt like I was running out of breath constantly. And I remember then when I got home, I was like, and I was slowly able to breathe properly again. This happened to me for years, and I never realized what it was. I just thought I was insecure. I thought, okay, I'm just an insecure person, so when I'm on the street, I'm nervous, and that's it. But then you realize, and I realized researching after years that that's not what happened to me. What happened to me is that I have agoraphobia, and it's insane when you look at it, how much you resemble the things that people experience. Those panic attacks, not being able to breathe, rushing, I remember coming from a walk, from training, from the supermarket, and I was walking so fast because the only place that generally felt safe for me was my house. In my house, inside my house, no one could judge me. If I was walking on the street and I could sense someone walking just behind me, something completely normal, I became insecure and I panicked. And as I saw someone behind me, I had the need to walk so fast because the only place that was safe was my house. In my house, no one can judge me. No one can look at me and judge my body, my face, my behavior, the way that I walk. And once again at the beginning, I didn't realize. I thought I was insecure and I just thought I need to be more confident. Then I started to realize that slowly I could not do the things that I did before. Going to the supermarket became a task. It came to the point that if I went to the supermarket alone and I came back home, I felt like I had accomplished something incredibly. Because for me, it was very hard. So I got home and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've done something amazing. And it's also hard because obviously people around you do not understand this in most cases. Like I remember at some point telling my mom, oh my gosh, I went to the supermarket. I'm so proud of myself. Aww. And obviously she was looking at me like, you haven't done anything, right? But for me, such a massive fear, way bigger than myself, it was such a big accomplishment. And once again, it's also very hard to realize these things because your body, when you feel this way, your body is generally trying to protect you. You feel this way, what is your body going to do? Your body is gonna try to protect you as much as possible. How is it gonna protect you? If something makes you feel anxious, makes you panic, makes you being unable to breathe, your body's gonna protect you. How does your body protect you? Keeping yourself where you feel safe. Do you feel safe at home, locked in your house? Yes, okay, that's what your body's want to do. It's as if you turn on the stove, right? The fire, and you touch the fire. Obviously, you're not going to keep your hand there because it hurts. Same with this, you're going to avoid doing what makes you suffer so much. I've realized that also the more you allow agoraphobia to win, the more you allow yourself to not have those panic attacks and lock yourself home, the more likely you're just going to be dwelled and dragged into this issue. I improved this issue a lot. And also I need to say that agoraphobia is something that never really goes away. As any issue that anyone might have, or any personality way of being disorder, that's something you're going to have to live with. And I think that the first step is accepting who you are. If you're someone shy, if you talk too much, if you're quiet, if you get stressed easily, the first step into working with these things is accepting that you are this way. I feel like constantly we're sold the idea of you have to change. Oh, you're shy, you have to change. You're quiet, you have to change. No, you don't have to change. That is not true. The first thing you need to do is say, I am this way. I'm accepting myself. I'm shy, so what? Okay, I'm shy, but I wish I spoke a bit more. Okay, so I'm going to work towards improving these things. Maybe talking a bit more next time. Maybe, okay, doing this activity that makes me feel not so comfortable. That's the way. But not saying you're not going to be this way, because that's just such a disrespect towards yourself. You're not acknowledging who you are. You're blocking who you are. And for that reason, you won't be able to work on improving how you are, because you will always be that way. You might try to fight it and pretend for a while that you're not that way, but it will always come back to you. So with agoraphobia, you need to first know, okay, I have this. How do I work? And also, it's constant work. If you start working it, because it's not like just, oh, I'm not going to go to the gym today. No, it's something that generally stops you from living a normal daily life. If you stop working on this, you'll go back. Unfortunately, it's very sad, but if you stop working, you'll go thousands of backwards. And unfortunately, I'm saying this because I find myself currently in this situation. That's why I really wanted to make this video. I want to help people. I want to let you know you're not alone. If you struggle to go to the supermarket, if you struggle to go to the end of the street, you're not alone. And there's nothing wrong with you, okay? Sometimes we feel in certain ways, and I think generally realizing that it's something that happens to more people is a big comfort. I find myself currently in this situation. I had a coach. I improved a lot. Because I realized this is not normal, this is an issue. I worked upon this and I was able to, I was able to go to the gym alone, which, believe it or not, I wasn't able to do for a while. I was able to go for long walks alone. Yeah, I did feel nervous. I felt anxious, but I did it. And when I came home, I was like, I felt so happy. And the following day I wanted to go again. I knew I would feel a bit nervous, but that feeling decreased as I kept improving myself and doing those things, realizing it's okay. No one is thinking you're weird because you're going alone to a cafeteria to eat. No one is judging you. Everyone is in their own minds as much as you are in yours. Everyone is just submerged in their own mind, thoughts, problems, and issues. They're not thinking about you as you think they are. Why would you know what they're thinking? You don't. I improved it and I was able to do all these wonderful things that I hadn't done in a while, in a very long time. And even going to the supermarket and things that I didn't do before because I couldn't really. Now, this is the issue. If you stop working, you go back. I stopped working on those things. And I started to realize in a small amounts that when I was going to go to the supermarket, I felt too scared again. And I thought, oh no, oh my God, like I'm going back. Because I had mastered this, obviously. But maybe there was a while that I didn't have to go. You know, because I bought groceries for many days and I didn't have to go. Maybe one day I was going to go for a walk, but then I didn't feel that good about it. So I let that sink in and I thought, okay, maybe just today, just stay home because that will feel safe. And then the day after I was like, oh, it feels so safe being at home. I'll just stay. And this is the issue. When you stop working on these things, you go back so fast when you don't realize you can't do it anymore. You're back to the beginning. That's how I am currently right now. I've been for 3 days without leaving my house. 2 days and a half actually. And also something that people with agoraphobia have is like, they need someone to go with them to places. Because obviously what makes them so fearful mostly is just going alone. So if they have that companion, and in my case, I always need going with someone, like whether it's a friend or my sister or my mom, because that feels comfortable, that feels safe. But if I have to go alone, I struggle so much. I'm literally as if I had just run a marathon during the whole time I'm outside. And then when I get home, I'm out of breath. I genuinely need to recover from that stress. I say this because I want you to know it's normal. I'm back at the beginning. For almost 2 days and a half, I've left. I've ordered groceries and stuff online to be delivered to the house. And it's so dangerous because right now, for example, I need to get a few lipsticks, okay? They ran out, you know. I'm still wearing them, but like I had to really make magic for them to be used. So I ran out of these lipsticks and I know where I have to go. I have to go to a shopping mall to get this lipstick again, 2 of them. I could go and it will take me 10 minutes because actually I kind of walk to the shopping center, so I'll just like take the car for like, you know, and that's the situation. I want to go. I know that once I get back, I'm going to be nervous, but at the same time, I'm going to be so proud of myself. But I can't seem to do so. I've been needing these lipsticks for 2 days. I know that I need them. I know that I need to go. But I'm constantly seeking for a companion. I'm constantly seeking for someone to join me, someone to come with me. I generally don't feel able to do it alone. What do? I just lock myself here. And it's so toxic because also when you are here wanting to actually go out, because it's so healthy going to the street, it's so healthy going out, it's so healthy getting fresh air for the mind, for your soul, because that's what as humans we're meant to do and be, right? We're social creatures. We might be more social or less social, but we still need that. So all that happens is that, okay, you're comfortable because you're not feeling as anxious, but at the end of the day, because you're not doing things that you need to do, you end up feeling more anxious. And the fact that you don't leave the house, even though you might feel as a person with agoraphobia, is making you feel better, it's making you feel far worse. Because this is a fear that is like, it feels like it's bigger than yourself. But you know it's something that doesn't sit right with you. You know it's something that should not be happening. You know it's something that doesn't make you feel good. So not doing that thing that you wish you were able to do obviously only makes you feel worse, and it makes you feel like you're in a dark place and you cannot get out. That's generally how I feel, and that's probably how you feel. And to summarize, as I say, this is constant work. I improved so much. I was able to do all these things. Now I haven't trained in like a month because I'm unable to go. I'm unable, I know. I just have to go and do it. But this is the thing. This is such a massive fear. Phobia, fear, and agora, I think it refers to places. Is a fear bigger than yourself. And only people that have experienced this will be able to understand what I'm talking about. But my advice would be, and what helped me in the past, is thinking how I'm going to feel afterwards. For example, when I go to the gym, if I struggled, and I know I'm not doing it now, but I know I will because I've done it before, it's been okay, everything went great, and I felt way happier than now. Think about how you're going to feel when you finish that workout and you come back home to your safe place. Think how you're going to feel. You're going to feel so good. You're going to feel so at peace, like your mind, your brain cells, everything is just gonna work clearer because you've been hydrating yourself, you've been walking, you've been doing sports. Everything is just gonna become better. You're gonna think clearer. The following day, you're going to wish to do that because you know that your mental health is gonna become better, meaning your daily life, how you perform, even editing a video or recording, everything is just gonna be much better. That's one thing that has helped me. And also, we tend to think too big because it is such an issue, not phobia, that sometimes we don't take it seriously enough and we just think, no, I need to go to the cafeteria by myself and have dinner by myself and get these lipsticks now. you know, on a Saturday, getting yourself in a shopping mall with 500 people, you know, it might be a bit too much for you. Take it easy. How can you do so? Go for a 5-minute walk. 5 minutes. Leave your house, 5-minute walk. That's it. Literally, go back, come back. You put a timer, and after 5 minutes, you need to come back. You don't even need to go anywhere. You just can walk around your door, neighborhood, you know, back and forth, and then you come back. See what happens. Maybe the first time you come back, but I'm sure that after the third or fourth time, you'll think, oh, I think I want to do the same thing back and forth for another 5 more minutes, because it feels good getting this fresh air, because I've done it and that's how I felt. Also, something that might help, call a friend, call a family member. You know what I used to do when I had to do like my steps and I had this massive fear, but I controlled it much more than now? Call my grandma. I love my grandma. I always think, oh, I need to call her more, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna call her. And I love talking, she loves talking, so I'll be walking around the beachside and I'll be talking with her for like half an hour. So the half an hour that I am panicking, my heart is beating so fast and I am out of breath. I'm calling with my grandma, and that helps me so much. It makes me be able to do it. Most of the times, I even call before leaving the house. It could be my mom, it could be my grandma, it could be my sister, anyone. And that generally helped me so much to be able to do that, to be able to get myself out there without fearing so much. Sometimes the call ended a bit before I got home, but by the time the call ended, I had already mastered feeling slightly at peace, because I had been walking around so much, seeing so many people. And I'm not going to tell you that it's going to feel fine. I mean, I remember being on the call and I still being really nervous, still thinking people behind me are judging me. If I wanted to stop for a moment, I will overthink what the person behind is going to think, because I just stop there. But the important part is doing it. And there's always tools that can help us. And I'll totally recommend calling a family member, a friend, anyone, a stranger you're getting to know. Listen, doesn't matter, any human being. You call the person and you talk as you're walking. If no one can call, you can send a voice message to anyone. Because that generally makes you feel like, as in a way, as if you are with someone. If you have a pet, go with your pet. Okay, do the normal walk, but just maybe stay 5 minutes. Because also in a way, going with your pets, you feel like you're not going fully alone. I think the fear, because it's also the fear of being outside, but also the fear of being judged. The fear that everyone is watching you, everyone is judging you, everyone thinks you have no friends, right? So it's such a mixture that at the end ends up in the same result. You feel home is the only safe space, meaning you isolate yourself at home and you literally don't leave for anything. You even give up your main goals, like the gym, like I've done. And then it becomes really unhealthy because I'm not walking, I'm not training, so I eat less. Right now it's about 6 in the afternoon and I've only had breakfast and a coffee. And I know it's crazy, I know it's unhealthy, my head feels so foggy. And, you know, but you think, oh, if I'm not walking, I'm not gonna... This is a massive issue and I don't really want to, because I think I'm focusing too much on my personal experience. And in a way, I don't want to provide negative vibes or energy. It's the contrary of what I want to do. But I just think this video made you understand what agoraphobia is. It's just a massive panic of leaving home, you know, in a public space, and especially alone, right? That made you understand it, that made you feel comfort if you experienced this, or maybe you didn't know what happened to you. Such happened to me in the past. I had no idea what was happening to me. I was actually worried, like scared. Why am I so insecure? I thought it was just insecurity, and I thought I was an outcast. I thought no one else experienced this. So in a way, just finding a name for it and seeing so many people that have experienced this. So I generally feel like I want to be friends with every single one of you. It's difficult. I mean, no one can tell you, just go outside, you know, it doesn't matter. They don't get it. But I do get you. I just want to know you're not alone. And please have empathy for yourself. don't beat yourself up. Don't treat yourself poorly, because the only thing that you're gonna achieve with that is to make yourself more unhappy and miserable, frustrated, and more unable to do that, more unable to go outside, because you're punishing yourself. You're not saying, okay, take it easy, it's okay. You're just saying, you're not gonna get your goals, you're not gonna get fit, you're a mess, you look at you. And that's how I generally treat myself in general. So I'm learning to be empathic. I'm learning to take it easy, because the harder I'm on myself, the more mentally blocked I feel and the less things I do. So be empathic, be patient. If you really feel like you can't do it today, try to enjoy your day at home. Watch a movie, breathe, do meditation. But please, take care of yourself and understand that you don't need to punish yourself, okay? That if it's not today, tomorrow, maybe try to wake up early, open the window, look through the window a little bit, imagine walking a bit outside. If you feel the minimum thought, just go through the door. But if there is a day that you really feel like you can't, allow yourself and try to make yourself as comfortable as possible. I don't think I'll go out today. It's raining a lot, it's late, and I have all this panic. But I'm going to have empathy for once with myself. Watch motivational videos. I'm going to research more about the topic, and I'm going to make myself feel understood and at peace. Maybe I'll watch a movie, read, meditate, and try to prepare my mind for tomorrow to be able to do it. And also try to see it as a positive side. I'm going to tell myself tomorrow I'm going to go for a walk. It's going to be a sunny day, hopefully. Birds are going to be singing. I can wake up early, walk for 5 minutes outside, then come home. And I'm sure I want to go out again. And I'm going to tell myself it's going to be a beautiful day. Everything, the flowers are going to be so nice. And maybe I'll see a cat or a dog on the streets. And it's just going to feel very nice, the fresh air. And I'm going to try to focus on that positive side of going out instead of all the fear that I feel. So I really hope this video provided you comfort and inspiration. And hopefully some of the things I mentioned can help you, as they've helped me in the past and will in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.